So nice. So nice. I mean... Oh, dang, I don't have my iPod thing. Rough life. Oh, it's okay. We'll just struggle. As we get some ASMR typing going on. We start pulling the new data. It will all be new. There we go. What are we doing here? Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's post some Lacanos. What's up, fam? Yeah, man, it should be fun tonight. We're going to be, again, it's post-brink of war. And we absolutely need to get some new data pulled for, and at minimum, as always, right, the top groups. But given everyone has, again, powered up a decent bit, it's going to be nice to kind of see how everyone looks. So that shall be our plan for the evening. Oh, crap, I have 12 minutes. I got 12 minutes until we get to pop that off. You know, I was looking at the pass openings too, and we're gonna have to make. Oh, we could even do the predictions, but but you know what? We might have to do that after. Now that I think about it, so I think that actually might be better because we're probably gonna want to look at the. We'll probably want to look at the updated numbers first. Before anything else. I think that's going to be the play. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do kind of how I did Brink. I might just do an updated sheet like this because I was thinking about it and I actually like that I was able to fit all the Brink stuff here for them because I just feel like it tells a little bit more of a picture and then just kind of having everything in the middle. So I was like, man, you know, this actually works out okay. Oh, man. Wild leaks today, though, with everything. I mean, you know, it's funny because I had no idea that the event, that Asia event was going on today, which I guess, to be fair, why would we know, right? It's not like we, you know, are necessarily privy, excuse me, to that information, especially if it's on a different server and, you know, they're using a different platform, or at least if it is the Chinese version of the Facebook or any other social media, it's not like we necessarily would have direct access to that without some workaround or a VPN, etc. But yeah, we're just getting some promos out as usual, and We'll start up here in a moment. Well, I should say in a few, more appropriately. But yeah, like I said, I think we'll probably just use this Brink of War sheet because I do like it. And then we'll keep all the previous numbers from when we did the last data pool. But the good thing is that this should be the last one we have to do. This will most likely be the one that we just do and use going into the season to look at like what the peak was when everyone was fully healed. Because there's about a week until Zone 2. So that's also something to consider, which it's kind of rough, man, when you think about it, man. I mean, you are going to get some statue fights, I think, once the current or next chapter finishes. So, I mean, you'll get something. But it's about 7 days until Zone 2 opens. Yeah, which I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, man, I was looking so forward to streaming that. But I think I'm going to have my kids back on that day. And then I got some family visiting as well. You want to see on that. Okay, awesome. We're about to finish up here. And then we get to move to the in-game. Dude, I can finally post in the Swan's Chow chat, whatever it's called. Juan, is it Juan Chow? I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm probably butchering it hardcore. Absolutely. Like I'm not I don't feel strong about that pronunciation, to be honest. Was that 283? Yeah. I was just thinking about that. I was like, how good does this really sound? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's get some agua up in her. The 515 in there. So I probably should just make a copy of this so that we're ready to go here in a few. I think that actually would be a really good idea. 45. Let's do that real quick. So let's do a dupe. And then we'll do this as there we go. There we go. So we'll do matchups, post, and then we'll do this. Is this ooh? Yeah, it doesn't matter about totals. I was just thinking about that because I got to refresh everything. So what's the date right now? 13. Cool. There we go. So that's how everything should look for what we're going to end up setting up. And again, we'll start with the top group, and as usual, work our way to number 2. And we'll go there. Dream, what's up, baby? The nastiest is live. That's right, man. It's so nasty. It's a nasty stream for a nasty person. Now we have a nasty community. I mean, that is one way. That is one way to word it. That is one way to word it as such. We're at 75. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, we're gonna get some. I mean, I think fairly every kingdom in this top group, we're going to see a healthy number adjustments, and then we'll also be able to compare it to as well from what were they before Brink of War and after. That to me is always fun to do. Yeah, man, I'm pretty excited. Ooh. Yeah, if you're just joining us, we'll be starting shortly. We're just wrapping up some... Oh, dude, wildlife right now on this. I didn't realize I needed to... There we go. Cool. We figured it out. Yeah, man. Yeah, Dream says this game has a big problem with nothing to do, especially starting the season. You wouldn't necessarily be wrong per se. I don't know. I think it's, I think when you consider that the season ends, you have, I think in a healthy way, a number of kingdoms, if not most, that are either healing up just a bit left or pretty much everyone's fully healed, right? By the time the new season starts. I think that's fair to say. And then obviously if you have some bigger players there, right? Okay, maybe at the very beginning of the next season. But I think it's fair to say that by the time the season starts, the majority, if not up to everyone, is fully healed. And at that point, how long does it take to build out? Like look, even if we just look at 51 as an example, right? I mean, they're okay. I mean, almost has their zone 1 fully built out, right? If we look at 45, which is Echo and team, right? Maybe look at if they're any farther ahead than that. So yeah, pretty much about the same, right? I mean, every zone is pretty much built out, right? Everyone's connected to what they need to connect to, and they're ready, right? Like, look at this, man. We're like day 2 in, and at least looking at this KvK, they're set, right? Even if I go to the number 2 KvK here at 46, all right, let's see how they look. Okay, I mean, pretty much built out to the behemoths they need to, flag, spire, bear, okay, giant, pass. I mean, yeah, I mean, still building, but already there. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you're kind of all set. I mean, I think, I don't know if you need to wait, because it's a week now, right? But technically that's around 9 days in reality from when it's 9 days in reality from when the from when the season started. So you got 9 days from when the season starts until Zone 2 opens, right? So, you know, well, sorry, from when Zone 2 opens. So you're, you know, just, I don't know, 9 days feels a long time, right? To wait for the fighting to start, right? And I mean, keep in mind, they've adjusted the KvK season length twice so far. So, you know, it's not like this is it's not like this is the first time they did it. This was just the most recent shortening they did. At that point, I don't know. I just don't know if you need 9 days to wait until Zone 2 opens. You know, I could maybe understand, you know, you want to wait 2 August on chapters. Maybe you want to give it somewhere between 2 and 3 days between, you know, maybe you average, you say around 3 days, right, for statue. Okay. And then maybe you say like 5 or 6 days, right? Maybe you double that and you say, okay, 5-6 days until Zone 2. Okay, that seems maybe a little bit better in that regard. I mean, obviously, it's, you know, everyone's going to have their own feelings on it, but part of me does feel like 9 days is a little bit too long because everyone's already antsy, anyways. You know, I mean, they shortened it to 40 days, but in reality, I mean, they probably could get away shortening the KvK to a month exactly, to 30 days. You know, I'm pretty sure you could make that work. But I mean, you also have to factor in, like, if people go really hard in Zone 2, and then, you know, how much time are they really going to need to heal back up? So I think you have to kind of figure that out as well. And I guess the other part is, like, if you shorten the season too much, then you also run the challenge of maybe some people skipping or not going as hard in certain zones because they know they're not going to have enough time to heal up in preparation for the next zone. So I guess it is a little bit of a give and take. I mean, I think the people you probably would have to ask the most are those that are spending. You know, how do they feel about that? And then look at, like, average healing after Zone 2 and Zone 3 fight, right? Like, how long is it taking the majority of people to heal up after a Zone 2 and Zone 3 fight ends? You know, like, after the Zone 2 fight ends, right? Is the majority of people ready for Zone 3? Or are they ready for Final Zone? I think those are good questions to ask. Yeah. Focus, what's up, man? Says, well, policy are far away unless you gem it. Yeah. So it gives people time to get policy ready for PvP. That's true. That's true. And yeah, and there you go. See, there's another factor right there. I guess the only other way to really do that is if you did shorten the season, you'd have to obviously make a way to speed up the policies, just so everything is in accordance. Yeah. Yeah, Dream says, I'm not sure how they fix it besides shortening time. Yeah. I mean, I think that probably would be the only way. You would just have to make sure that you're adjusting any other areas so it compensates for the shortening of time on the Augur Stone and the season as a whole. I mean, you could do it, but I think before you consider, and I think one way to do this is before you consider shortening the season again, if they did, you know, you go around and you ask and get the community's feedback, because they did that last time where they asked people about it. And I do think that could be one good way of approaching it. Focus says, yeah, only the people that will spend 10K gems can have it ready for early zone. Yeah. And that's what I mean, right? It would be short. Again, you'd have to compensate. I mean, maybe part of the fear is like if they shorten it too much, then maybe they'll lose out on what people are spending on the policies. No. All right. Yeah, focuses at some point, some alliances will skip KvKs because they can't keep up with the amount of RSS they get. And using KvKs, that's a good point too. Right? It's, are people able to recover? I wonder if part of that, because that is true, right? It's not like they've added in level 7, 8, 9s, more than that in the home kingdom, right? Where you can gather more. And then think about all the resources. You only have a limited amount of time to gather, basically at the end of a KvK. It also depends on when your KvK ends. Are you fighting longer or less time than another KvK group? So it's like if your final zone's over in a day and someone else's is taking a week, right? That's, about a week extra time you're having now to gather over the others. So, yeah, it feels like with them shortening seasons, they're going to need to do something. I think they've addressed this in a recent Q&A or dev feedback where they've talked about increasing RSS gathering nodes. But, I mean, they got to do something. I think accelerating, having higher gathering nodes, higher gathering speed times on the tiles, they got to do something there. And or make it so maybe you can have dedicated gathering queues and you can use those during KvK while you're fighting. I mean, they got to do something though, because again, if you're constantly shortening the seasons and things are just getting more expensive and you're not, it's like you know what it's like? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of this article. I was reading a couple of these articles a number of days ago, and they were saying, there was an article I was reading where it was talking about how the minimum wage has barely gone up in like the last number of years, but the one thing that has gone up like significantly is cost of living, right? So, it's like your cost of living is going up by more than your wage that you're making. It kind of reminds me of that, right? It's like the cost to heal, train, sustain troops is only getting greater, but the amount that you can actually gather, make income on your income is not proportionally adequate anymore. It's very interesting. Yeah. Focus says we will see some echo KvKs. Yeah, there you go. And very well, that I think that could happen. Right? We're like, and that's the one thing, like, I mean, I understand, man, like, you are going to need at some point for there to be some kind of like a tap out mechanic, right? Like, as in that will have to be a factor. I just don't know if that's the thing you want to see people getting tapped out on at this stage in the game's history, where you know, you're really looking forward to a matchup, but it just ends up coming down to where, you know, one side is just resource tapped. I guess it's no different in reality than you being like speed up tapped as well. Right? It's like, you know, you got all the speed ups, but you don't have enough resources, or you got all the resources, but you don't have enough speed ups. Right? It's just an interesting way of looking at it. Yeah. That's nuts. I mean, I guess one factor, one area or another is going to have to, it's going to have to do something, but yeah, it's pretty nice. BH, what's up, man? BH says that you will never be able to gather what you used to between KvKs. Man, ain't that the truth? Yeah, and there you go, right? I mean, it says it right there. Absolutely. I mean, it's the same thing as, you know, people talking about like what free healing used to be. I wish somebody made a graph on that to just show like this is what it was at this time, this date it changed, what it became. It'd be really cool if someone did something like that. Because I know there's been a couple changes to it. I just don't know all the numbers off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, you know, you think about just on that free healing side and how much kind of back and forth it's gone through of change. And the one thing I keep hearing and have continued to hear is that, you know, it's not as good as what it was, and people in fact wanted it to be increased rather than nerfed. But like I said, I'd have to go back and like really look through everything before. Yeah. Francisco, what's up, man? Welcome. Boss, just to tell you, 14BS got FSK again. As yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, we know. Yeah. I'm going to update their numbers too. We'll start here in a moment. Yeah, because once I start, we're just gonna go. We're gonna have to do the in-game stuff too, I think, or the yeah, the other area I had to consider. Oh. You know, Focus says it's that or give up fighting KvKs. I mean, yeah. Right. Now, that would be bad if, you know, you had, as an example, right, you had a top kingdom or even any number of top kingdoms, right, that just basically said, yeah, like we're going to register, but we're not going to fight. I mean, wouldn't that be nuts, man? If they just said, look, like we're taking this season off, but they didn't say anything. The system matches them in like, you know, the number 1, 2, or 3 KvK, and then they just say, yeah, we're just like, we just don't have enough resources. Like there's not enough. I mean, that to me would be like the ultimate, like, look, you need to improve your game in this area some way, somehow, but it needs to happen. Because that would basically screw over the entire KvK. And then just think about how much money the game would lose just from that one KvK. And it almost feels like, maybe, and I don't know how other people feel, but it feels like this to me, is that it almost feels like that's going to become more, oh my God, dude, how many kingdoms are in this KvK? Jeez. Dude, look, you guys see this? I mean, there's got to be 100 kingdoms in this KvK. What in the actual F, man? You guys see this? I'm just seeing it. Like I really wasn't paying attention and like going through all of these. What in the heckaroni? Dude, I should count this. That is ridiculous. And let me point out, man, that's my thing right there. Right? That's when you guys when you hear me talk about kingdom merging and merging dead kingdoms, it's to avoid that. Exactly what we just saw. Like, to me, that's my whole thing, is how do we avoid seeing that? Because that is absolutely nuts. Like, I don't even know what that is. That's wild, man. Yeah, I don't even know about all that. Oh my gosh. All right, we're about to start this. Since I'm finishing up now. Jeez, man, dude, that caught me off guard. Whoa, am I in the right one here? That's so weird, dude. They don't even have a chat. Okay, no, whatever. That's all right. I do not judge. Do not judge. All right. Whoa, we don't want to do that either. That's just wild, my guy. Wild. And some of you may recall, actually, that I spoke on this as well. And this was a while ago where I spoke on this. And the thing that I talked about at that time was some of my worries, just about the fact that if we keep going down this path and these kingdoms aren't addressed, it could really start spiraling and like turn into something that it shouldn't. Where you end up having like, I think at the time there was like some kingdoms that maybe it was like 12, 14, 16, right, that we were seeing as kind of some early indicators, but it wasn't nearly anything to this level. So, yeah, it sucks. All right, let's go ahead and get on 176 here, and I'm going to start grubbing. Yeah, chat, what's up, man? Chat, I think having less time in KvK now and the RSS problem or issues, I think players should focus on one troop type to last longer in the field and spend. Yeah. I mean, at this point, it almost feels like min-maxing. To your point, or to your comment, it feels like it might start end up being a little bit more justifiable if you're just looking for some longer sustainability. I guess especially at like the free-to-play low spend levels even more. All right, focus as 14B, move to G2 just to keep getting the G1 enemies anyways. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what YSS does, right? Because YSS, I think, is doing pretty good in theirs, but like, are they going to move to G2? Oh, BH said like WG. I mean, they did. It's not like that's a lie. Focus on making mana needed to RSS heal and training is kind of hard to keep it up, yeah. And says that's because there's only one active player per kingdom. It would be interesting to see how many there are, to be honest. Oh my god, can you guys still hear that? I'm gonna move this mic away farther, jeez. I thought I moved it far enough away. Let's say, let's say the dog treat. No, man. It's a pork chop. Super good. And says devs need to redo. Devs need to redo season 1 for some cadence version. I mean, I've heard there's a bunch of changes, and season 1 looks a lot different than it did back for us in beta, and even after that. I said this is terrible. My take is devs want these players to quit rather than put an effort to unf this. This is largely due to how poorly they implemented migration to home kingdoms. I mean, it was super late on the home kingdom. That's for sure. Yeah, BH says they can just make it. They don't have over a certain amount of active players. Dragon goes away. Damn. Jeez. If you don't have. Oh, I see. As in, like, so you just don't have to worry about it, is what you mean. That seems rough. Hmm. I don't know. Oh, I see what you mean. So it's. But the registration thing we talked about before, I actually think the registration thing could really work out. Where if the alliances themselves have to be the ones to register, I think that would be how you'd work that, right, for the KvK ahead of time. So I actually don't think that's a bad idea. This pork chop does not have as much meat on it as I thought it was going to, and I am super disappointed right now. Time for number 2. Yeah. I mean, but I'm just talking about general registration, right? And it says dogs love pork chops. Hey, man, I know. To be fair, my dog is staring at me right now, watching me kill this chop. It says doubtful some of these kingdoms even have a captured dragon. I mean, to be fair, more and more kingdoms are capturing dragon compared to what it was. I mean, there used to be a lot of no kings. Mm. Send them into the Phantom Zone, you guys. We're gonna start. Probably. I needed out. I was trying. Blade. This guy's food ASMR. It wasn't intended. I really just needed to get some grub real quick because you guys know, man. Once I finish, I'm just gonna grind and pull this stuff. Yeah, and says devs have to provide a merge mechanic version. Oh, absolutely. I mean, to be fair, it's nice to hear that they're finally putting one out, but it should have been out a year ago. BH says all mics should have a mute BN 2025. Mm. And to be fair, I mean, I moved the mic away. Mm. All right, last bite, then we're about to go. Woo. All right, we're done. That was delicioso. Mm. Let me just go rinse my fingers. Oh my gosh. Dude, look at that, man. I step away, and then all the viewers start coming. People are like, yeah, boss, I don't think that's really what happened. All right, let's get it going. Ah, so tasty. I'm going to be honest, man. Those two chops were glorious. And my body is ready now to type numbers. All right. Okie dokie. Time to get this typing ASMR session started. Oh my god. Let's see what song we want to start jamming to. All right, I think we're good. I'm in EIS, right? Let's see here. I am. All right, let's get it going. Are you ready? Where am I at for power? Oh, they split up. What did I have them at before? I mean, some of their peeps have moved around a little bit, but interesting. I guess we'll just do this, huh? Whoa. What in the heckaroni? Dude, it's not letting me open my... Dude, so what? It's not letting me open my calculator. Which... That's so weird. Yeah. And says rock players solve it themselves by quitting or migrating, but migration is a bit more friendly, yeah. COD migration is still a bit expensive, but by comparison, but that's since I stopped playing rock, yeah. Rob, what's up, man? That greatest height skin looks really cool. It does. Kind of gives you like the like Pirates of the Caribbean vibes, right? That's that's kind of where my my mind went on that one. BH says these are disposable games only, meant to last a few years till their next one comes out. Dude, I'm just gonna have to grab. Oh my god, my basic calculator is not working. That's so weird. Let me double check and to see if it's. We'll do this. Where's my task manager? Maybe it's just running in the background. If not, we'll just grab one that's online. It's so weird. Well, yeah, no, it's not here. Interesting. Well, weird. Okay. We will. How am I going to do this? We'll do it like this. Well, there we go. That worked. Hey, where were they before, though? See, this makes me think that this might be because they move people to their farm. So I bet you this might be more of a true power indicator now. Ooh, I didn't need to do anything to Kingdom merits, though. I just realized that. And I didn't need to do anything to M over P either, so 17.27. There we go. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I was like, I was doing a little bit too much there, I think. So I'm trying to think now. Do we want to? I'm trying to think like how hard do we want to go here? You know what? I think everything's okay. I think we'll keep it as is. Yeah. Alvaro, what's up, man? Welcome. What happened with the TFS drama? I did a video covering it and talking about it. I am planning to do a follow-up on that as well. I had finally heard from, who is it? Yeah, I finally had actually heard back from WG. I heard back from some of the other alliances too as well. So, yeah, I am planning to do a follow-up on that. I may even do a follow-up on the sod lights echo situation as well. We might do that tomorrow, Monday, possibly. I have to finish kind of going through everything and see if it'll be ready by then. Mike says, I heard ES tried to do 4v2, but NTS didn't want a boring KvK like ES. Yeah. Mike, what's up, man? Actually, it was proven ES tried to 4v2, but got stuck with only a 5 power difference. Yo, Rob. Yeah, Black Pearl, man. Vibes. Yes, sir. Tavi, what's up, man? Welcome. The Flying Dutchman, yeah. Dream's like, now we need a pirate ship for the mages. Done, man. Oh, dude. Fam, I can't. Oh, this is actually not going to take that long. Because remember, we don't need to do merits. I was just thinking about that. Because the merits aren't going to change. I'm tripping on that, right? The only thing we need to do is power. So this is actually going to go like pretty quick now that I'm thinking about it. Because I only have to do new total power and then new player power. So, yeah, basically it's only these things that are going to change, which is just the general power. Everything else will be the same. Ooh, look at that, man. I'm actually pretty hyped right now and a lot more excited than I was at the beginning. Because I was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to redo everything. Man, Mike says, go check out my server. What's your server, Mike, again? These top servers only know Dippleman, worthless track. Well, that's pretty aggressive. BH true, the bigger the kingdom, the more petty they become. Well, maybe for some. I could see that. And says EAS trying to pay it forward to Echo for past Dipple situation against them. All's fair in love and war. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, let's all right. Let's get this crack-a-lackin'. So we need, where am I going? 300 plus, right? Out. Back up. Thank you. So we're gonna, yeah, we'll do this reverse. And then 250. And then 200. And then we can compare this too as well, and we'll see for ourselves. $184. All right, let's see. So it was 2614.5 at 200 plus. That's weird. Oh, damn. People are already fighting and gaining merits. That's why. Oh, dude, why are people merit trading? Oh my gosh, that sucks. Yeah, that means the numbers aren't going to be as accurate. Dude, that sucks, dude. Yeah, because the ES team, they're already gaining merits. You can only fight amongst yourselves. Oh, dude, that sucks. Yeah. Yeah, I know the merit shop. Oh, damn it. Crap. That means there's no point then. There's absolutely no point. The only way this would have been worth it is if we did it. Oh, shiitake mushrooms, man. Yeah, we would have had to do it right after. Yeah, I would have had to do it like I would have had to start doing it literally at reset. No, I apologize. I would have had to start doing it during phase 3 before they got in. That would have been the best time to do it. Would have been like the 10th, 11th going into the 12th because the season wouldn't have started, so they couldn't have been gaining merits, and I would have been able to see the updated numbers adjusted more appropriately. Damn. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, there's no point. Because at this point, I'm not going to be able to see the brink of war. Ah, damn, that sucks. I need to remember this now that there's only ever going to be a 2-day window. I need to put a note. Yeah, there's no point even doing this now. That sucks. I need to make a note though. So let's do this. Oh, my feelings are crushed. So hard. Pool BOW. Hang on. Post BOW. Pool during stage 3. Yeah, players gaining merits day 1 of KvK. Okay. Hopefully this should be good for me as a note. To be honest, I don't really care how many of these I do. There we go. I'm going to put these in red because I don't want to forget. Ah, it's a sad day. Okay. This is where I'm going to keep my notes. The feelings so crushed right now. Because I was thinking to myself, man, this is going to be so good, man. I'm going to go in. I'm going to get all these updated stats. We're going to see where everyone's at. This is awesome. Because I was really looking forward to seeing what the updated numbers looked like, right? Post Brink of War. Oh, that's wild. Well, I'm going to do the next best thing. I need to go and update my KvK sheet. So that's what I'm going to do. Because I still need to update the KvKs. I also need to add in the... Oh, man, I also need to add in the new KvKs, right, that we have now. So there's actually a couple things we can do while we're here. So how many is this going to be? Hang on, let's do this. So I think, right? So we'll do this. And I don't know how high it goes. 62. Let me see, where are we right now? Yeah. And it says can't Diplo win and then complain about someone pulling the same against you. And Neko itself does not seem bothered by it. Seems mostly peeps on Neko or chiming. Echo knows they had a Diplo situation incoming. Oxbox says TFS crying their Diplo one will end without fighting Shock. Maybe. Rhinos, what's up, man? Hey, how you doing? What are you doing? Again, was looking very forward to this. BHK's marriage shop never closes down. Yeah. All right, let's see real quick. I can at least update some of these. Oh, I have to go to 68. Oh, crap. So we're going to have to make a few more of these. If I can go to 68. I don't know if I'm going to do all the 68. Dude. Well, just I don't know if I'm going to go because there's a lot. I mean, that's just nuts. I think I'll just do it for the kingdoms that have 6 kingdoms in it. Let's do this in order, yeah, because it's just that's a lot. Yo, you know what we could do is let me finish this. Let me finish this first, and then we'll see. Yeah, we can see if people want to go hang out. I was thinking if people want to get a late night sesh going on in COD VC, maybe get a little after dark. But let me. I got a couple. Yeah, let me finish these up because this will be important, and then yeah, we'll see where pass openings are for all the KvKs. I wish there was a way just to copy paste this, but that would be too convenient, I'm sure. Yeah. You know what I gotta see as well? Is there gonna be any... Dude, I forgot the Demon Slayer movie is out. I wonder if my... Yo, has anyone here gone to see it? Let me see if my movie theater is doing it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh boy. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I was just thinking about this, man. Yeah, I'm actually pretty hyped to go see this. I've never gone to see an anime movie anything in theaters, but I know they're doing this. They're doing like the 3 movies are going to basically round out the final season. So I'm super hyped. Let's see here. Like that's actually something I would go to the theater for. I'll say that. That's a lot. You know, I was just thinking too, that's the sucky part about that's the sucky part about the marriage shop being open 24/7 now, which means that the only time you're ever going to be able to get pure numbers at either a fully healed or nearly fully healed stage for kingdoms is going to be before the season starts. You know, which means the best time to do it would try to be to do a pull like the day before the season starts, right? Because that would be essentially at that point your best opportunity to do it, because afterwards everything's just going to be deflated because of the merit gaining. That's rough. That's rough now that I think about it. Yeah, I mean, we could go around as one idea. We could go around and look at which kingdoms are how heavy the merit trading is going on. But we're at 64. Ooh, okay. So 64 is where we see like the next big climb. Yes, I don't think I'm going to do 64 and 68. We'll just do up to these because those are going to be the last ones. So I need to do this. And, oh, hang on. Zone 2 is going to be a week from now, right? So I think it's going to be the 20th. So I need to do check on the 19. So we'll do check. Yeah, I'm going to do check 919 is what we'll do. Okay, cool. So then we'll do this. Bam. All right, cool. We're all set. And then what is the... Oh, here we go. Okay, that's what I need next for 45. Let me do that. We got to grab those details. So this is 912, 1010. Summary 1022. And then 1024. Okay, cool. There we go. All right. We're all set. I think that's everything. Yeah. And said, I was thinking of going as an IMAX. Merits are only good for measure of degeneracy and lack of life. They totally demonstrate skills. Yeah. No. That's what I'm saying, man. I've been thinking about going. There's an IMAX at 1040 right now. And then, oh, wow, it's 2.5 hours. Oh, my God. I wouldn't get out till after 1. That could be cool. Yeah. However, there is a show at 9, which is in 50 minutes. And that would get me out at 11:35. Yeah. I don't want to go see dubbed. I want to see the sub show. Let me see how does the 9 p.m. look for seats. I'm curious. Oh, it's pretty open. Oh, nice, dude. There's a lot of seats. So we could. I'm gonna see how the IMAX looks. That's late though, man. 1040 for the IMAX on that. Oh my gosh, dude, the IMAX is crazy. The IMAX for 1040 is basically sold out. That is nuts. Oh my God. What is it for Sunday? What are the times for Sunday? Oh, what's 12? How does 12 p.m. look? It's oh my God, dude. Even the IMAX at 12 p.m. is basically sold out. Dude, that's crazy. How about 7 p.m.? There's a 7 p.m. IMAX on Sunday. Oh my gosh, even the IMAX at 7 p.m. tomorrow. How about 1040? Okay, so 1040 is actually a little bit better. It's not, it's like half sold out. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. It's truth in one of the well, we'll have to see on that one, on how far we end up going. If we did that. IMAX is nuts though, man. I mean, who would have thought? it's not me. I guess some people don't care about the regular screening. They're just like, dude, if I'm gonna go see this movie, it's got to be IMAX or bust. All right. Let's see. Let me see. War of the Last Snows. Anything that just started? No, 37. I think we're okay there. Let's check that. 70, 37. Nope, I have that. Okay, good. Rise the Dragon, we're all set on. How about Nothing for Winter? Calling Courage. Ooh, there was one. Oh, I have nothing for 86, huh? That's so weird. What about 82? Whoa. How about 31? Oh, okay. Oh, so these are new then. Okay. So I need this. All right. Whoa. All right, so this is going to be 82. So we're going to add a couple here. I think it should be our last one. Yeah, and says, yeah, if you're going to spend money, might as well it'd be worth it. Only IMAX is better than what some people, yeah. No, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you on that. Yeah. 619. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I wouldn't mind going. Right? It's just, and I mean, there is, to be fair, there is like at least one seat that isn't awful. If I went to the 1040 tonight, that puts me almost center, but it's just so close. And if I went tomorrow, I mean, the seat choices aren't really that much better. I would have to go to the 1040 tomorrow, Sunday, to get any love. Now, if I go to I may consider going Monday because I have Monday off as well, and I'd have to go to the 12 p.m. on Monday. So that could be the thing. Maybe I get it for Monday, and I go in the morning and I do the 12. That could be the thing to do. I'll have to consider that. Yeah, man. What are we doing here? Did I mark all these down? I did. Let me double check and make sure COC hasn't changed. Was it 619? Let me double check on that. Yeah. Roberts, what's up, man? Hey, BN. A big update coming. New mages look cracked. Again, it does look pretty big. I did. I put a video out just before I started streaming, and there is quite a lot of stuff. It looks like that's going to be coming in this update. So, I mean, they did say patch notes are going to be. I think they said end of September. So, yeah, it's going to be interessanto. I'll say that. Absolutely. You know what? Let me fill this in first. Oh, no. Let's do this. 3081. Let me go to 24. I just want to make sure the auger stone I have is right. So I'm going to do a little check-in real quick. Yeah, listen, there's so much in this update, it looks like, that they have. And yeah, I mean, it is absolutely bananas, man, this update that is going to be coming out. There's a lot in it, and which is wild because, you wouldn't peg it for being an anniversary update. So, yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, and like I said, there's some things that worry me about this update, and I said that in the video. Which, yeah, is exactly what you just said there, right? The double artifact. It's just, yeah, man, it worries me. Just because it reminds me of the double city skin, right? That they added on. So it's ends like double arty. Yeah, man, double arty. I mean, obviously, we'll have to wait and see if, all of that's confirmed when they finally come out, but it is worrisome. Rhino says, yeah, have you seen the revealed? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I showed it off in the video, though, that as well. The G4 mages. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that looks. Let me see. Zone 2, Secrets of Decay. Is that Zone 2? Level. Oh, let me load this up so I can see what one looks like. Oops, sorry. Let's go here. Rise. I don't want calling. Yeah, we'll do this. Doesn't matter which one we do. Yeah, basically Legion has 2 artifacts. Yeah, man. So, I mean, you're basically going to be running 10 arties now. Yeah. Okay, so level 1 pass, still Zone 2. That's good. And I have that for Secrets of Decay. Yeah, but still 4 Star of Hope. Time is now. Great Deed should be level 2 pass. It is. Okay, yep, it opens up Zone 3. We're good there. Chest of Desire, Silent Conspiracy. Should be level 3 pass. It is. And that should be Statue. It is. Level 4 pass should be the Cross Zone 3. Conspiracy of 10, 11, 12, 13. Unparalleled 14 Salvation. Yep, and that's Cross Zone 3. Good. Okay, so nothing's changed there. Mudlands 15. 16 Swords and a Plowshare. That should be level 5. Yep. And then the level 2 pass should be 20, right? 18, 19, 20. Yep. All right, good. So we're all set. Nothing's changed here. So that means I should be... Oh, crap. I wanted to go the other way there. 3083. And then I got to zoom out real quick just to see how high I have to go. 87. Okay, that's good. So we'll do that. We'll do that. And we'll do that. And then we just got to figure out the battle start for this. So it's 829, 925, 1008, 1010. Oh, so it's the same. Oh, no, it's not the same because I'm not in... Oh, crap. I'm not in 619. All right, yeah, let's just get the timing. This is the last one we have to do. And I had thought about being able to switch between 2 equipped arties, the March primary and secondary, but that was a bit much with so few arties at the start of the game. Yeah, I'm curious about a home kingdom. And so, dude, this is the thing. I don't understand the home kingdom invasion thing. Because I didn't see anything about home kingdom invasion. And I think Hulkston had that in his video title. I didn't watch his video, though. But the thing is, I didn't see anything about home kingdom invasion in any of the screenshots I saw. So I don't really know where that was. I guess I'd have to watch his video to see. Oh, that was the KvK scenario that I looked at? Or that was the KvK scenario thing that I was looking... Is that what you mean? Home? I don't... It looked like it was a 3v3. Is that what you mean? Because I thought that was the new KvK map, because they said they're coming out with a new map. Oh, okay. So maybe it was something else that I didn't see, possibly. Season begins 9/19. Okay, so I'll have to adjust this then once we get there. We'll just put this for 9/19. Cool. All right, yeah, then we'll update this for the rest. All right, cool. And then we need to adjust 83 here. All right, This is going to be 126, 61, 7, 2. Nine. Let's see. Oh my gosh, dude, they're just adding so many here. Okay, I'm gonna stop. This is like, yeah. I'm just gonna put TMK, too many kingdoms. That's what we're gonna do, dude. Yeah. If you get TMK'd, that is just too many kingdoms, and then we're just not gonna cover it. So that's what I'm gonna do here. There we go, and then we'll just know. We'll just know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand this whole invasion thing though you guys are talking about. Because they're doing merging, but yeah. I don't know. Let me see where's Hulk's video, dude. Let me see. Hulk's hang on, let me pull this up on the thing. One sec. Where's Hulkster's video on this? Because he talked about home invasion, I thought. Oh, he didn't. No, I thought his video title did have it. Am I tripping? Oh, he didn't. Huh. Okay. I thought... Did he have something in here about it? Let me see. Where's that? No, this. Yeah, this is where he's showing off the heroes. Oh, you said Guns' Gap. What's up, man? You said Guns' last stream shows the home kingdom invasion thing? Okay. His 30-minute video. Okay. I'll check. We'll check that as well. Because I don't see anything on here that's indicating... Oh, maybe this? No, he showed that already. Okay. Weird. Okay, where's Guns' video? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Home kingdom invasion, huh? Dude, look at this guy, man. Chapters. Where's the home kingdom invasion? Oh, 2545. Okay. No way. Oh, this is one of those images I saw. Oh, interesting. I didn't see this image. So yeah, this is a screenshot I didn't see. Wow. That's pretty nutty, man. Huh? What's he saying though on it? Let me here. Let me turn this up if you guys want to hear what he says on this. Let me full screen this.
Do you guys see what is on the screen? Home Kingdom invasions. Cross-server intrusions. Brother, what? Brother, what? Gonna invade TFS? Gray Balls, I wish you would come up over to my home kingdom, bruh. I'll straight dunk on your mages. I'll straight dunk on you, bro. Easy, little bro.
Oh, is that
Bad
it?
dog with the one member.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that was it. It was just showing the image. Okay. I mean, now I'll say this: we don't know what the extent of it is, right? Would it be exactly how it is? Would it be like, I don't know if I want to say as bad as it is, but the only other big kingdom builder title I know that did and or does still have home kingdoms and invasions, which is more of a pure invade, is Lords Mobile. And for anyone who has played Lords Mobile, you know that it's not. I mean, it's pretty diabolical, right? The home kingdom invasions there. So, yeah, I mean that's pretty wild. If that's how it's going to be now, yeah, because this says Kingdom A, which to me implies that this is truly your home kingdom, and then you get to go over to another home kingdom. So, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, man, that kind of. I mean, to be fair, I don't know, man. That doesn't feel good. I mean, I'm gonna wait for them to come out with something, right? Because I don't know. I mean, maybe if you did something where it's a little lighter, meaning that if it's not as much as like a hard punish when you're invading. So, but gosh, I don't even know how you would do that, because you'd have to send your city over there, and then you'd have to be able to send troops out in the field, right? Maybe you can't build territory, right? Maybe that would be one of the limitations on it, is you can't build territory. But maybe you're randomly teleported into a zone 1 or a zone 3, right? So like, or you choose a zone you'd go to, but you're random TP'd there, and there's no way to get a precise drop on a certain location. I don't know, man. I'll just say I don't like it. I don't love it at all. It doesn't feel like being able to invade home kingdoms is the right move. Just, yeah, I don't know. To me, that just doesn't feel right, on being able to go and invade a home kingdom. It's just like, and I don't even know how you'd limit it. I mean, unless you said like no rallies, and the people who invade can only open field, but if you are in that kingdom, if you're from that kingdom, you can rally the invaders. I mean, like I said, there's not enough information out yet on how that would work. I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know, man. I part of me feels like worst case scenario, invading home kingdoms is just an activity kingdom killer feature. It just, I'll be honest, man. If it ends up as bad as I think it could, these are the types of features that could, and I'm just saying in the worst case, these are the types of features that, to me, if it is that bad, it would be the start of the end for CallofDragons. Like, just mark my words, man. If and I don't necessarily think it's a hot take. I think it's a realistic take because I can tell you what I saw when I was playing Infinity Kingdom. And when I was playing Infinity Kingdom, the thing that I knew was the start of the end for that game, where it was just going to lose a bunch of people and just become a small player-based kingdom builder, was when they failed to adjust the way that the zones opened in KvK, and then also address some of like these game-breaking bugs that people were taking advantage of in KvKs as well, that I believe got fixed later, but it took way too long. So yeah, the home kingdom invasion thing for me, I mean that's pretty wild. I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna want to see what the details are first, but I'm very much I'm more in the I'm opposed to that camp than I am, oh yeah, this could actually be a really good thing for the game in the best possible version of it. I don't see it. But like I said, let's wait and see, and then we can give more of a, appropriate verdict, if you will, on those. Okay, now that I have everything basically loaded here, let me see, where am I? Or less snows. 31, right? Yeah. So the cross zone 3 should have opened up on the 5th. Final zone, we can check 146. We'll see where they're at. Yeah, it's pretty nuts, man. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Yeah, Krilla, what's up, man? Gap says, would that make the KvK pointless? I mean, at that point, man, I mean, you're basically already having the KvK in there, especially if it affects your numbers. Oh, wow. So Swords into Plowshares has already wrapped up there for 70-31. Is there still any fighting happening? Oh, this is the YSS KvK. Yeah, this KvK is done. Yeah, there's literally nothing happening here. We'll just say KvK over. We don't want to do, let's not do that. Let's say KvK is over. Yeah. Actually, I might as well just blank it out at this point. There's nothing happening here. Even if it hasn't ended yet, there's no action. There's no point. I probably should only really keep up the ones that are going to have some action. I bet you all the rest of them are basically dead too as well. Let me check the rest. Let's check 32. Yeah. Carlos says, just saw the video from the updates coming, the 2 artifacts on the same legions and the special effects on artifacts with the dragon rewards going pay to win. Yeah. I mean, and I said as much, that it very much feels like it's going in that direction now. Which, I mean, kind of sucks, to be honest. It'd be different if the game was just generally more free to play. And there just wasn't as much of a gap as, there just clearly is. Oops, what did I do? Let's do this. Whoa, why is it doing that? Oh, that was weird. I don't know what was making it do that. Oh, man, why am I doing this? I just said all I need to do is just scratch it. I think all these are pretty much over, man. I'd be shocked, but we'll be thorough. Phoenix says, unless it was like SOS 6, pairs you 1v1 versus Kingdom and everything resets back to normal once the KvK season ends. Yeah, maybe. I mean, but you're going to end up doing that anyways with merging. It's like, I don't understand why you would need to add in Kingdom invading. Like, that just, I feel like you've overwhelmingly lost me at that point. Yeah, nothing's happening here. We will scratch that. Let's go to 34. How does that look? Yeah. Deaths is finally, I can use all these extra exemplars. Yeah, I don't get wrong. I'm sure the people are looking forward to that. Absolutely. Yeah, I think this KvK is over too. Dream says, I think it's for Dead Kingdoms merging, but who knows? Yeah, but the thing is if you're merging the Dead Kingdoms, you don't need to invade because the merged kingdoms become a new kingdom. What I'm fearing is that this is going to be like Lords Mobile and just be that god awful. Yeah, there's nothing happening here. Yeah, I mean, but like I said, I want to see how they're going to do it. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, that's my worry right now. Oh, what's happening here? Are they building? Not building. So 36 doesn't look like there's anything really going on there. Okay, so I mean, that looks basically done. How about 37? Damn, so basically all the Ward Last Snow stuff is Dunsky right now. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, doesn't seem to be anything going on there. And this one's done too. Okay. So no more action, which means the next one we have here is going to be COC, I think. Let's double check that, which is 78. Oh, so 78 Cross Zone 3 would have opened up yesterday, and we still got Final Zone. Oh, very nice. So let me take a look here. So that would have been 2 days ago, right? On Cross Zone 3 for level 4 pass? Oh. Crap, where am I going? Oh, yeah, there we go. So, oh, yeah, man, some people are getting invaded. Some invagiosos is going on right now. So you're getting invaded. That level 4 pass didn't get taken. This level 4 pass got taken. Are they fighting at the pass? No, pretty much nothing. So it probably, well, yeah, okay. So nothing's probably going to happen until Final Zone. Oh, damn. Oh, they're invading. Shit. And this is what? 594? All right, we need to check their Augur Zone to see when Final Zone opens. Cool. Yeah. And says would be great to see all these deadweight Krakens being demolished. Destined to lower hospital caps, these Krakens get properly wiped. The best KvK I've seen was the pay to win versus FS. The amount of cities being properly zeroed was great. Amazing tiers of rich scraps. Jeez. Yeah. Twin, what's up, man? Hey, BN, how are you? Thanks again for everything you do daily. Question: what does TMK stand for? Why did you stop doing the other kingdoms? Oh, you mean on this sheet, Twin? Yeah, you mean on the sheet I'm doing now? Is that what you mean? As far as stop doing other. Oh, so well, the TMK means too many kingdoms is what I put down for. So, because typically the KvKs, if there's if there ends up being a lot of kingdoms in that KvK group, in that KvK particularly, it's usually lower powered kingdoms, right? So there's not going to be a higher percentage chance of seeing, a lot of players and troops on the field, and at the same time, right, longer lasting, more sustainable fighting. So, for example, if there's a group that has like 10, 12 kingdoms in it or more, right, we might not document that. There was some in Rise of the Dragon that we showed off, and there's one KvK that has probably 90 to 100 kingdoms, excuse me, in it. It's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, that's basically what that means. So, where am I? Here. Yeah, so Motherland's Call Salvation. We got a day on that and 3 days on this. So that's going to be 4 days, which would be the 17th for Final Zone. So I'll say check 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 17. Okay. Yeah, we'll do 9/17. I think that's good. Which, to be fair, is probably going to be the same for these ones because we've already done these. So this is like just a super easy. Actually, I can just copy this, to be honest. And that was for 79, 80. Huh. Okay, I'm going to have to check 53. I'm not sure on this one. Ermelard. Where am I going? 53 here, dude. Yeah. And it says Matrix Online had this happen last days of the server's life. Really? Oh, wow. Everyone was given Neo max powers and it was a free roll. Jeez. I don't know if I've heard of that game. Is that a kingdom builder, N, or is that something else? Oops, let me do this. Something. Oh, I'm good. Okay, I'm good there. Good. Oh, Martin 53. Let me see. So I'm on War and Peace. Conspiracy just hit, and that's statue. No, I want Salvation. That's Cross Zone 3. Oh, yeah, so we got a minute on that. So that's a day, 3 days, 4 days, 6 days until Salvation. All right, so this will be, I said 6 days, right? 9/19. It's probably this. Oops, whoa. Yeah, and then the new COC started above. So these are the ROTDs now, which is 128 we got to go to because we got to look at where they're at. Yeah, let's look. Dude, so good, man. Oh, it was an MMORPG, yeah. No, I'm familiar with Matrix. I wasn't familiar with the game. I thought you were talking about another kingdom builder or something. I was like, man, I don't know if I remember them making a Matrix kingdom builder. I feel like I would have heard of that. Yeah. House, what's up, man? Bring back the BN shirt and gloves just one time. Man, that was a while ago. I mean, if you're talking about from my interviewing days, oh, that was a hot minute. That was a hot minute ago. Oh, nice, dude. Silent Celebration just opened for ROTD, but there's no Action Zone 3. So it's going to be Salvation, yeah. Is the Cross Zone 3. So that's a day 3. Oh, what's that? 3, 5, 7. Yeah, wow. Okay. Yeah, check 920, basically. Actually, maybe I should do it the day before, because 20 would be, when I think about it. Well, no, it won't matter, because it's a day. Yeah, no. I think that's fine, actually, when I think about it. I think it's okay. So this will probably be the same then, because these are all 9/7s. Yeah. And then 45 we just did. Yeah, I think we're caught up now. Cool. Yeah, we're caught up. So only thing we have left to do is these COCs, but they don't start until, yeah, so we're all caught up. Cool. Very nice. Look at that, man. We're good on here, on our Road League stuff. Or sorry, we're good on this. Ooh, I do have to make the Road League thing. I got to make the form for that, because I do want to do some Road League stuff, because we did the qualifier prelim, so we know who's fighting who. And these matches are going to happen tomorrow. That actually could be something to stream. Maybe some of the matches at that time. And how would they even do a Matrix City builder though? They'd be making all kinds of wacky. Yeah, man, I know. I mean, there's a lot out there though. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I need to. So. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to be set with this. To be honest, there's just, like I said, we already figured it out. There's really nothing we're gonna be able to update at this point. Yeah, which is a little bit of a bummer. I was actually really looking forward to going through and updating everything, but yeah. Twin, what's up, man? Thanks, BN, for always for answering my question. That sucks for my KvK stop right before mine. Yeah. Also, we have 2 teams diplomats set up. If you want me to DM you, maybe you take a look. Yeah, it's my plan was, to be fair, Twin. My plan was to go through and do that today. So I was going to go through with grabbing the updated numbers for the KvK groups I already did, and then I was going to continue to do the remainder, just because now this would have been the last time I would have had to do it before Zone 2 opened. But so I wouldn't have had to do double the work as much, essentially, was the idea. But yeah, after finding out what I just found out, it's definitely slightly it's definitely just a little bit more disappointing than I thought. So I wasn't expecting to have that happen. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of throwing a wrench in the plans for what I mean, don't get me wrong, we still updated the numbers for a lot of the groups. It's just going to be hard to get obviously the numbers for the remaining groups. We could do it, right? And it would just be less. It just would be slightly, the margin would be a little bit there, right? You'd probably have to weight it a bit or something to an extent. But yeah, so maybe. So we'll see. Yeah. Actually, doing the lean back thing here isn't too bad. Actually makes me a little bit smaller. um, but yeah, fam, I think we'll probably close some things out there. Like I said, man, I was really hoping to do some more. But again, we did everything we needed to, right? We confirmed as far as updating the G2 KvK group, right? We're at where we're at. There's not really a lot more we can do. We updated all the KvK kingdoms, right? There's really nothing left. I mean, we got 920 on some of these, 917 on some as well. We'll have to recheck. Uh, and then yeah, then you had that YSS Zone 3 that opened, right? That was like the last one that they did. Oh yeah, and I think we closed out all these, right? I have to see where the COCs, yeah, these ones we closed out. So, and then there's just some of the other COCs, but yeah, see, these are like, I got to check these on. So yeah, I'm at least 4 days away from being able to see anything else, right? And then G2, we're at least a week away from seeing any of their zone 2 openings. Then we got some final zones and some cross zone 3s that we'll take a look at. So, but yeah, so I mean that's my plan. Is if I can, I'd like to be able to, show off as many wars as we can, at least on the weeks that I am able to stream. But over the next couple days, we're definitely going to be planning some interesting streams. I'll say that. My hope was, like I said, to spend today doing all the updates across the KvKs. I have one of, I don't know if I'm going to stream this tomorrow or another day, but I do want to update and do some KvK predictions with the community on who everyone thinks is going to win what matchup. So that would be fun, I think, to do that, where we spend a day and we just kind of go through all the KvKs and we look at like the zone 2 matchups and then maybe the final zone if it ends up being. And then I know I also want to do some for Roots of War League. So again, that's 2. And then we got, I'll say this, man, for those of you that are here, we have 2 kind of like newsy drama related streams that we're probably going to do this week as well. So at least 4 of the days I know kind of what we're going to be doing. I just don't know which topic we'll do on what particular day. And then, if we end up maybe getting some patch notes before the next weekend, right, that could be something as well. But yeah, listen, man, that is going to do it for me. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I'm actually going to try and get a little more grub here, and then I got to do a little bit more work so I can prep for tomorrow and try not to go to bed too late because I got to go do a big 7-8 mile run tomorrow, which I'm actually really looking forward to. But yeah, that is going to do it for me, man. As always, man, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Even though it's a little bit slower of a day today. And whether it is the morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be, I hope you have a great rest of the day. And we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.